Hey everybody, you've made it to our final day, full body day in Deep Fit. So this is our 12th week, 60 days of workouts, and we are going to be hitting just a little bit of everything. Actually, most of our day is unweighted. I have a 30-pound dumbbell that I'm going to be using, and then possibly a 15. We'll see how things kind of go. Start with me on your hands and knees. We are going to start with some scapular shrugs. Plant into the hands, knees underneath your hips. Let your shoulder blades pull together and then press out. Pull together, press out. Go ahead and grab through the core, find your pelvic floor. We just want to find some rotation and movement and mobility in our scapula. All right. And then you're going to level off, round through the back. This is your exhale, our cat pose, and then inhale, open. This is our cow pose. Let your belly sag. Neutralize the spine again. Right hand behind your head. Inhale, rotate that elbow up, keeping your low back really, really, really still and stable. And then drop down. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, down. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, drop. One more. Perfect. Other side. Inhale, rotate up. Exhale, drop. Think back over these 12 weeks. What did you learn? How did you grow? Where did you progress? Hopefully that you took on the concept and the idea behind the deep fitness, going deeper, more internal, having much more to show for your work and your efforts than just exterior musculature or tone. All right, we're going to sit all the way back. Hips on your heels. Reach the arms forward. Drop your forehead onto the ground. Let your hips settle. We're going to just take 3 deep breaths. In and out through the nose. Feel the body. And your last one. Beautiful. Back up into our downward facing dog. So again, here we're getting some mobility through the scapula, those shoulder blades. So we want to grab through the core. We're not arching through the back here. We want to pull that flexion through the belly. Feel like you're pointing your tailbone straight back as opposed to letting it wink up and back. So trying not to arch, pulling the belly strong, and then see if you can bring your ears inside your biceps. And then we're going to come all the way forward, press into those hands, let your hips drop, engage through the glutes. This is your inhale. Feel free to kind of shift around, find that position works for you. So squeezing your shoulder blades together, now grab through the core. Again, drive those hips up and back. Find the shoulder blades, slide down and in, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Open up through your feet. Sit low on your heels. We are going to start ourselves off with a bang, jumping straight into Mary Katherines or jump lunges. We're going to go 10 per side, 10 of everything today. A little bit of an AMRAP style, see how many rounds we can get through before our time is up. All right, if you don't jump, just do a lunge and tuck or a shuffle lunge. Try to get that full range. Knees and toes line up. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Go ahead, start at the back of the mat. Hinge over your legs. Walk yourself forward. We're going to go into a push-up. If you don't push up, feel free to do a chest press or a dead row. Ready, set, lock the core, and go. Nice, full flexion through the core, tucking the tailbone. So again, we want to get that mobility in the scapula. Elbows point just a teeny bit back. 9, 10. Push up and back. Downward facing dog. Open your feet. Walk your hands back. Sit your hips. All right, now we're going to go back into a little bit of jumpy, we're going to hit our squat thrusts. So lock in through the core, plant your hands, jump back, jump in, jump up. 2, 8, 9, 10. All right, sink low, shift to the side, other side, stretching through, letting your breath recover just a bit. All right, from here, we're going to go into a side plank and hit up a knee tuck. So if you need to, you can stay on the bottom knee. Otherwise, extend, tucking knee and elbow together. 2. Slow things down. Feel the weight of the body. Feel that contraction of the core, that pull through the hip. The oblique is holding you. 8. Extend. 9. Extend. 10. Extend and rotate. Set it up first. Make sure the hips are nice and high so we're not sagging through the hips. 6. Get it built. 7. 8. 9. 10. All right. Sit on those heels. Right arm up and over. And then the left. All right, now we get into some weights. We're going to go with squat rotations first, going way back to where we started on our first day in the series. So grab your one dumbbell. You're going to hit up a nice low squat. Push up off of your right foot, rotating. We're going to do 10 on this side, then 10 on the other. Open through your back hip flexor. Square off. Hips and shoulders. 7. Sit back on those heels still. Belly strong. 10. Other way. 2. 3. Check in. 4. Find your lineup. 5. 6. Here we get that little bit of hip mobility in your stabilized leg. 9 and 10. Okay, we get to lie on the ground. Go into a weighted bug. 10 per leg. Bring your arms straight, legs at a 90-degree angle. 2. We're going to go all the way 10 per side. Find your core, find your upper back. Find your focus. If you can tell, I have to really focus here, not talking too much. Getting back into that upper body. Digging in deep around that belly button, finding your rectus abdominis. 19 and 20. Whew. Roll it up. And then this is where I'm going to throw in my 15. Little kayak twist. You can keep your heels down or lift. For me, it usually just depends on if I'm getting enough into my abdomen or if I'm just feeling my hip flexors. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. All right. Let's hit back up into our downward facing dog. Drive those hips up and back. Feel the heels drive toward the ground, hiding your heels inside your ankles. Now slide your shoulder blades down, contract the core. Pull forward, let the hips drop. This is another side of deep fitness, taking the time to not just keep going with our patterns of movement, lift, lift, pull, pull, flex, flex, but getting our bodies into positions and lineups that help us age well, keep things mobile, functioning, and firing healthily. 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. All right, back to the back. Hinge over those legs. Whew. And then walk forward. Find your plank position for your push-up, tucking your tailbone, flexing the core, push-ups, or a moving plank. Nine, 10. Drive up and back again. Find your low squat. Sit it back and down. Do lots of these every day, as much as possible, within reason, without being added to the weirdo list. Okay, squat thrust, lock it in. 10, 9. Awesome. Hinge forward. Grab your elbows. Rotate left and right. So just a quick little reminder. We have alternating stability and mobility points in our kinetic chain. So our neck is mobile, upper back stable, mid back mobile, low back stable, hips mobile, knees stable, ankles mobile. So meaning certain joints and connections, pieces of the chain have a need and are built to have more stability, to handle load as opposed to rotation. So here, where we're rotating is from our mid back and 10. Other side, hip joints. So our low back rotates with shoulders, holding stability on the low back and pelvis. And it's this hip, my left hip, that's getting mobility and rotation. 8, 9, 10. All right. Now we're on the ground. Take a quick, get this guy out of the way. Take a quick rotation here. So feet are hip width, a little bit wider. So mid back is the rotation. So let your hips rotate, your mid back rotate, and then the knees Drop over. Now pull back up. So use the core. Those hip joints rotate back in their sockets and then over to the other side. So your upper back stays stable. That's why we have our arms wide on the ground. The hips are mobile. And you should allow the mid back to get that little rotation to set in support for that low back to stay stable. You can remember that it just goes back and forth. All right, 10 per side. These are probably the doozy for me on our set today. So hopefully you're able to find some weight to push your limits. All right. 5. Focus the core, upper back. 6. Keep the low back on the ground. Reach the arms as straight as you can, getting that shoulder girdle. So again, rotation, mobility through those shoulder joints. Whee, good work. Kayak twist, legs are up, find your core. So where do you think you rotate from here? Mid, back. 4, 5, your core is holding the low back stable. 10, beautiful. All right, back to our downward facing dog. This time we're gonna switch it up a little. So from your down dog, find those shoulder blades to drive in, ears tuck in, drive the hips back, tailbone tucks a little. Bring your right leg forward as you shift front, drop down, inhale, exhale, push up, back, down dog, exhale, left leg forward, drop down, still exhaling, inhale, push back. Beautiful. All right, here we go. Jump lunges. Think about where you're contracting from. 8, 9, 10. All right. Back of the mat. We're going to walk forward for those push-ups. Walk, walk, walk. Tuck the belly. Engage the core. Push evenly through your hands. So you're not just putting pressure on the outside of the wrist and the palm. 9, 10. Up and back again. Walk your hands back to your feet. Drop down into your low squat. Squat thrusts are next. Ready, set. Here we go. Alrighty. Here we go. Side plank. I have a feeling we forgot these last time. So let's do 2 sets. 3, 4, 5. We'll still switch at 10. 7, 10. Other side. 2. Where are you flexing and holding from? 6. Front of the belly, pull strong. And if we didn't forget them, we'll just get a bonus. And 10. I think we forgot them. Back to that first side. Try to keep those hips up. 8, 9, 10. Turn it over. 2, 6, 8, and 10. Those are so good. You can feel how that supporting side has to work so hard, especially by the time we get through that second side. Whew. All right, now we'll get our squat rotations. Think it through. Set up for a solid squat. Non-moving foot. It's where you get your mobility. Make sure you're over checking that flexion of the core, keeping your hips stable and neutral to the shoulders and the floor. 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. Beautiful. All right, drop down to the ground. Take a little twist and a little twist. All right, we have our dead bugs and our kayak twist, and then we'll see where we're at. If we go straight into stretch or get a little bonus, it's not worth rushing. Pack it in. Flex, 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 flex. Feel your upper back working, the core working. Low back, stay on the ground. Low back, stay on the ground. 8. 10 and 10. Oh, whew. All right, twist it up. Kayak twist. Bring those legs. Core strong. Here we go. Don't forget we're twisting from our mid-back, shoulders, neck, and head. Follow the weight. 6, 7. Pull the belly button back. 9, 10. Whew. All right, lie on your back with me. Press your hips up into a glute bridge. Tuck your tailbone. Feel the neutral pelvis. Shoulders neutral to the hips. So kind of play around. Tuck a little bit, then drop. Oh, that does not feel good on the back. So find where you can get your pubic bone to tuck back, tailbone tuck under. Find it, flex it, hold it. Keep your right foot exactly where it is. Do not move your right foot. Lift your left knee in, and then just pulse that right leg. Get a little cramp. That's good. It means you're doing it right. 20. Oh, other side. Pull your right knee in. Pull it in deep, deep, deep. Find your left glute. Keep that knee in tight. 18, 19, 20. Ah, beautiful. Okay, go ahead and hug that right knee in. Extend your left leg long. Just feel the pelvis level off. Extend your right leg long. Stretching your hamstring. Maybe find a strap if you need, or a towel, or you can just use your hand. Up to you. Rotate your right foot out so it's pointing over your right shoulder. Flex your quad, get a little deeper. Open through the back of that knee. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, rotate over. Fun finish. Just some good work. Challenge. Little sweat. Find what sort of commitment you can have with yourself. Bend your knee, pull it in. To stay with the deep fit extras. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Pull deep into the chest so you feel that right glute, digging your right elbow into the right knee. It doesn't need to be crazy, your commitments. It has to be from you. Maybe something on my list isn't really connecting with you. There's something else that you would rather work on. Right leg extends, left leg tugs in. No clue what that is. It could be anything. Calling your mom, having more intentional conversations, better, deeper connected relationships. Grab that strap if you're using it and go into that hamstring. Maybe it's spending more time with your pet. There's so many things. The list is limitless, which is actually, it could be daunting if you allow it to be, but actually it's just encouraging that really many, many, many things can enhance and increase your fitness and your health, your longevity, your health span. All right. Cross that leg over to the right, pulling on the strap. Let's that left hip drop away from your left shoulder. Just breathe. Maybe your first order of business should be contentment and appreciation and gratitude. You know what? I'm just so grateful that I am here, that I'm aware, that I'm starting to process these things. Hold that leg in. Cross it over the opposite knee. Like I said, it can be daunting, but there are so many things we could do and we could add in. But really, it just means we can pick and choose. First order of business. And then you'll know, your body will let you know, your mind will let you know when you're ready for that next step, that next level. It has to be your idea. It has to be your need. We can all take a little bit of advice and thoughts and wisdom from others, but my magic recipe may not be your magic recipe. You have to find what motivates you, inspires you. Try your best to eliminate whatever judgments come from others. Slide back, push your legs straight ahead of you, reach over those legs, tuck your chin in. Deep inhale, deep exhale. All right, fantastic job. Regardless if you got all 60 workouts, plus the extras, or if today was the first. Congratulations. Way to go. Way to do it. One thing is better than none things. Keep up the good work. Keep up the practice. You only have to answer to yourself. I hope to see you again very soon.